Hey everyone, it's Stephen from Tostemac, and welcome back to the Tostemac Talks, where we sit back, relax, and I talk about life. Before we begin though, I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for your love and support and understanding why I couldn't post a video last week. Suffice to say, if you haven't seen my post on Facebook, things have been pretty rough over the past couple weeks or past few weeks. I'm not going to go into too much detail about what that was about. That's not what this video is for, but just rest assured that we'll get through it. We always do. So today I want to share my thoughts on how this is having an impact on our society as a whole. Now, I know that we need to wear these in order to get past the pandemic and get that over with, hopefully. But I'm also seeing how these face masks are doing something else to our society that I'm not really liking, that I feel like I gotta share my opinions and get it out there. At the very least, just to get it off my chest. Now, a couple things. First is, this is strictly opinion-based. This is not anything facts or set in stone. This is just my observation on how things are going. Nothing more, nothing less. The other thing is that I know this is a very sensitive subject right now, so before recording the video, I actually took time to write down my thoughts on a script. That way I can get my thoughts out as professionally as possible, but also to remain focused. That way I don't go off on a tangent or focus on something that wasn't really the point of this video. So, without further ado, let's begin. The dreadful year of 2020 is almost over. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic is far from it. Feels like forever ago since we were able to walk out in public and not wear something covering our nose and mouth. As the weeks turn into months, I find it shocking to see how something as simple as this has greatly affected our society as a whole. Yes, we all need to wear face masks during this time to slow down and hopefully stop the pandemic. And the longer we put this off, the longer we have to deal with this situation. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. However, I'm seeing that this simple object is having another impact on us, and honestly, it's not completely good. We're supposed to be standing together against the pandemic, yet it appears that we're being divided by this, split into two sides, those who do wear face masks and those who don't. Both sides have a serious problem right now, and it's the same one for both. I'm certain you'll be able to see what it is once my explanation is done. For starters, there are those that choose not to wear a face mask. While some of them have legitimate reasons for having issues or difficulties wearing a face mask, there are others that won't wear it just because they don't want to, or they think it's against their rights, which, by the way, it isn't. I find it disheartening to see people that are older and supposedly more mature than me degrade themselves to children throwing a tantrum when they don't get what they want, resorting to shouting, threatening, throwing stuff, and even hurting associates simply for trying to enforce a rule, which is why some businesses and workplaces, mine included, won't even enforce the rule because of fear of what will happen to the employees should the customer decide to lose their cool. No employee, especially in the retail business, should ever be scared of someone hurting them simply because the employee was doing their job. Furthermore, grown-ups are supposed to set a good example for future generations. If they see adults throwing a fit because they didn't get what they want, then what is that going to teach others who are watching? That this kind of behavior is acceptable? We can be better than this. We need to, for everyone's sake. Don't get the wrong idea, though. Just because you wear a face mask doesn't automatically mean you have the moral high ground. It only means that you are doing what you are supposed to do. But some people who wear a face mask can take it too far as well. Throughout social media, there have been several video recordings of people not wearing a face mask, depicting them at their apparently worst moment. If you haven't seen any of those, do me a big favor and avoid them however you can. Trust me, you'll be saving yourself a lot of headaches. While it is important to make people aware of what is going on in the world, we need to be more responsible with how we inform the public. What do I mean by this? Let's say you feel the urge to record something happening or someone not wearing a face mask, or perhaps you have already done so and are now thinking about posting it online. Before you do, ask yourself, who is this helping? Will it help anyone? Are you trying to promote a positive message and call to action? Or are you sending people on a manhunt? If you want more people to wear face masks, then showing someone who doesn't is not going to help your cause. Sharing information about the pandemic and what they can do about the situation will. Moreover, when you record someone, it's not just that one person you are bringing exposure to. Their friends, relatives, co-workers, and even families will feel the ripple effect as well, even if you didn't intend for them to be the focus of attention. As a result, people who had nothing to do with the incident in question may be ostracized, cast out, or even harassed just by association with the person in the video. Social media can be very powerful, but it can also be just as dangerous. And if we are not careful and responsible with what we report out there, then what we post online might end up doing more bad than good. As you can see, both sides of the argument have a serious problem. Have you seen what it is? It's rather simple and yet crucial. Many of us appear to have forgotten to be nice to each other, to think about what it may be like to be someone else. Some lines from a speech in The Great Dictator, note that it's The Great Dictator, not The Dictator, they're two entirely separate movies, come to mind when Charlie Chaplin says, "Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind, we think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. In the end, we are all facing the same threat of the pandemic together." This is not part of the speech, this is just my typing. So we don't need to be demonizing one another or pointing fingers at each other. Instead, let us all do our part to get through this crisis. Wear a face mask wherever needed. Understand that this is not permanent, that it will pass in time. Remember to treat each other with kindness and respect. And if you see someone not wearing a face mask, do not try to harass or make them feel bad. Report it to managers or whoever is in charge of the establishment so that they can act accordingly. If you want to make a difference, then the best thing you can do is be the difference. Lead by example and show others what they can do in the current predicament to improve the situation. Getting over this crisis may take a bit more time, but we can get through this if we do it right and if we do it together. So that's basically what I wanted to share with you today. My thoughts on how the face masks are having an impact on our society, at least from what I've seen anyway. So remember to wear a face mask wherever need be and just be nice to each other. You will be amazed on how powerful kindness can be. How one single act of kindness or just being respectful to other people can brighten someone's day and just turn their day a complete 180. So that's all I wanted to share. If you have any thoughts about how the face masks are impacting your life and how it's affecting people around you, feel free to share in the comment section below. But please keep it respectful and be sure to, again, be nice to each other. I'll have to look at the comment section very carefully in this video. And on that note, it's time to end the video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what I had to say. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to Tostemac. And until the next video, see you later.